Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I create these videos where I share about my love and my passion in connection to art, creativity and the creator. I started doing these series inspired by my own sessions which I run live through Zoom, which you can join in if you'd like. We create art connecting to a name of Allah, and that last week's name was Ya Badi. And it is something that is so profound that I felt that these sessions need to be shared on my YouTube channel so that more people can have access to Allah's light and be able to heal their hearts, because so many of us are, in times of struggle or feeling lost. We need a little bit of hand that can hold us, and I hope that these videos can provide you with that. Connecting to the name of Ya Badi. Ya Badi is the unequaled one, the one who is unique, the matchless, the one who created and formed the universe without any mold or preceding example. With his will, he invents all that exists without any prior material. This gives us such a comforting feeling that the one who creates us only creates that what is unique, for he himself is unique. He takes away that pressure of competition, that we feel we have with each other. So and so is better than so and this one's good, or that is better to have, and all that sort of stuff. He removes all that doubt from within us and gives us this clarity through Ya Badi that he only creates that what is unique. So what you have within you and what you are living, the life, are all unique to you. There is no copy to you. There is nobody who can be ever like you. And to explain that further, I'm going to read from my notes and see if I can share the insight that came through. In Quran, Allah told us about our beginning. The story of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam and Bibi Hawa alayhi salam, the angels and the Iblis. There was a man, a woman, a jinn, angels and Allah himself. Why did he need to tell us about this story? The story of eating the fruit came much later. It was the story of the creation that actually came first. The jinn is made up of fire. Jinn actually means hidden or veiled from sight, that you can't see. Angels are also made up of light. Light that actually shines and shows the path to all of us. Man and woman were made up of clay. Clay that actually carries the light within, which is our soul. So when you think about all the three creations of Allah in the story of creation right in the beginning, we are made to think of the three creations, that is the jinn, angels, the man and the woman, meaning human being, and Allah himself. So we're made to focus on what were these three creations and who are they that Allah is talking about. When we think about jinn, we are told that he is made up of fire. Fire burns and warms. Fire has the tendency to burn things down to complete ashes, right? Light can't be captured. When we think about angels are made up
It's a
of
beautiful
light
journey, and I welcome you to my podcast. If you enjoy what you're hearing so far, like, share, and subscribe so that we can spread Allah's love, Allah's light, that is His magnificence into this world when it is right now
shows
the
us
need
the way.
of the hour.
Whereas if you think about Iblis,
With that, I will begin with the name
fire
Ya
that he's made up
Hadi
of
today.
actually is also
It is
light,
94th
but it
name,
burns everything down.
and Ya Hadi
if not used
is the
in
most
right
general
way,
and
fire
inclusive
can
name
burn
of the divine
everything down to
guidance.
ashes.
It
When
means
we
the
think about
source of all
man as a
guidance,
human
and its
being,
guidance
the
is for
human
the
being
whole
has
of
two
humanity,
main, elements,
or a
which
whole
is
community
clay
of
that
people.
is the body that we have, the denseness, the physical body that we have, and then we have the light within, which is our ruh from Allah. So we do have light, but in a different format to the other two creations. In the story, Allah tells us that He told the angels to do the sajda. They questioned, but they submitted to Allah's will to please Him. Iblis, on the other hand, didn't question at first, but then reacted and showed his fiery nature to burn everything down, his own good deeds, because of his pride. So what Allah is telling us in the story of creation is that when He explained that, when he actually spoke about His creation, which was the human being, the angels did have a doubt, they did have questions, they wondered, and that wonder was straightforwardly put into question to Allah, saying, we don't understand this. And Allah then explained it to them that Allah knows that what they don't know, right? And to that they did the sajda, or they did the submission, and they believed whatever is Allah saying, that is the truth, and that's pretty much how the angels work, and they submitted to Allah's will. Whereas on the other hand, Shaitan, Iblis, what he did was he stood there not speaking, holding his emotions, not expressing what he was feeling, and then he reacted towards Allah saying, I don't care, I'm not going to be doing sajda to them because they don't deserve it, because they are beneath me. So he actually had a comparison between him and the creation, which was human being, which he didn't really need to, but he did because he thought he was fire and he was better and he could burn away everything. So he chose to burn away all his good deeds and show his nature, which is fire, of course. And that's what Allah is trying to tell us. The three creatures all have light in them, but the way you use the light affects your behavior and your connection with your creator. Angels questioned, and they were in submission to please their Rabb. So the angels did question, and then they submitted. Whereas Iblis didn't question and chose himself over the pleasure of Allah. That's what the story of creation basically narrates to us. Moving further, angels are light. They show the way. Iblis is fire. He burns away the path to Allah to choose his true nature. Why did Allah need to tell us all this? So that we could understand how unique we are and how He had created us original. There was nothing and no one before Hazrat Adam alayhi salam and Bibi Hawa who was like us. It was the jinn who was there and the angels who were there, but there was nothing and nobody like a human being before our father Hazrat Adam alayhi salam was created. There was no mold to the human being, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. There was no one like him, and never ever will there be one. So he did not create Hazrat Adam alayhi salam from a certain mold or some kind of inspiration he had. It was original to Allah what He created us as. Most times we think, oh my God, why am I not like this other person? And how can I become like the other person? Or they've achieved this, how and when can I achieve all of this? And that's where Allah is explaining to us that
somebody next to you
original.
On the shelf
there is nobody
have
who's
a
going to live the life
another
that
person
you
saying,
are living.
oh,
nobody's ever going to
is
look
about
like
5
you.
minutes walk
Nobody's
from here,
ever going to
so
think
I think
like
I need to kind
because
of start
you
walking
are
right now,
original.
and
There
I'll
is
catch you
no
later.
copy
So this
to
is a
you.
dialogue on the side.
Each
Somebody's having a
creation Allah
dialogue and you
creates is
over
unique
here
and has
and
a
you're like,
purpose.
oh my
We
God, they're
really,
catching the
really
same
have to
flight
focus
as
on
I
this
am,
point, which
and
is
so I better
the
kind
purpose.
of start
We
walking towards
as
58
humans
and let me
get
just follow them.
distracted
So Allah
by
sent
Shaitan,
you
and that's
first
his game.
the announcement,
He wants
which
us
you
to
missed,
feel
which you didn't
worthless
hear.
in ourselves.
Then He sent
because
you the
He
number,
knows
which you couldn't find
like
the gate
we
for.
can easily drift away.
Then
He
when
knows
He knows,
our weakness,
okay, he's
right?
not getting
Because
it,
He's
this
seen it
person's
in
not
the
getting it, he's
Jannah
not
when
receptive to
Hazrat
says to things, let me send him or her another
he knows
sign,
that we are
so
weak
he
and we
has
are capable of committing the sins. So he plays
standing
on that part
people
that
next to you
he makes
in
us commit to the sin, and then we go into a spiral of feeling worthless in ourselves,
and you are able
and
to
that is
hear
when
them.
he wins.
So the guidance
we have
then
to
comes
remember,
bang
Allah
in your
created
face
us
so that you
because
no
He
more
loved
can
us,
refuse
and
it
Allah
or
created
ignore
us
it.
with
And you
a purpose, and the
have to
purpose
follow
is
it.
not
So
to
Ya
give up
Hadi
on
has a
Allah's
way
love,
of sending
to
you
focus
guidance
how
till
and
you become
we can
receptive
focus
to that
on
what it wants
Allah's
you to do, so that
love
you
that
are
He
able
put
to get
in
to
us,
that flight
rather than
that
focusing
you
how
want to catch. It's not
misguided
for
or how lost
Allah's
we are. If we
purpose. It's
focus
not
on that,
beneficial
then we are
for
focusing
him
on
in any way to
shaitan
guide you or
winning.
not guide
We
you.
have to
It is for you that
consciously
he
choose
has.
Allah
It is
over and
you
over
who
again,
needs that
so that
guidance,
we
basically,
are
right?
able to
You have to
not
catch that
being on
flight. So
shaitan's
you
side.
have to listen to and hear
And then,
the signs or see the signs.
angels follow, and
you know, it doesn't benefit
rebel.
Allah
The
in
simple
any way.
thing that,
It's
when
you
you
who
conclude
will
the story
benefit
of creation,
from his
we
guidance.
understand
But
that the
you
light
have
of
to
the
be
angels,
open
the
and
angels
receptive
themselves,
towards
are the kind of
receiving this
light
guidance.
that they choose
And
to follow
he
Allah,
is Ya
alhamdulillah,
Hadi.
and then
He doesn't
Iblis,
just
the shaitan,
leave you
actually
halfway.
rebelled
Like he's not
against
gonna
Allah,
say,
and
"I'll
you
guide
saw
you,
like
but then I won't
fire.
guide
He
you,
burned
and then
away
I'll
all his
think about if I
good
want to
deeds."
guide you."
We
Ya
have the light
Hadi
of the angels in
will
us,
guide
and we have
you
the darkness of the
in a
Iblis
way
in us
that
too.
you
We
reach
can
the
light the
destination
path
that
and
is
walk
best
towards Allah
for
in
you.
peace, or we can
Right?
burn the
He
teachings
doesn't
down
just
and follow
leave
our
you
own
halfway.
egos. You see, when
He
you speak
will
about the
guide
angels
you
and the
means
shaitan,
that
if
he
you can
will
connect
hold
to
your
that
hand
as a
and
state
take
of
you
mind,
towards the gate
when you
that
are
you need
in a
to catch
space
that
where
flight
you
from.
are able to
Whenever it is
share
that you need
goodness
some
into
kind
this
of
world,
direction,
then your
this name will
angelic
help you
light
find
is
that
being shared
direction.
to show
He will
path
make
to
sure
others to
you
move
have all the
forward
resources
towards Allah.
that you see,
But when you
hear,
are in a
and
state
know,
of mind where
so
you
that
are
you are able
shaitan,
to
you are
follow and get
Iblis,
back
the
to where
light
you
within
need to
you
go.
has turned into fire, you're going to burn everything down, and focus on how to just end everything, how to just burn things down, how to just make them ugly and dark and heavy and gloomy and find negativity in it. And that's the state of mind where shaitan wants you to be. And we have to be conscious that we have within us the light that can show the path, of course, to others, but also most importantly to our own selves. And we also have the state of mind within us, the light, the fire in us that can actually erupt, become a volcano, and burn everything down. So we have to be very conscious that these two state of minds are within us. We all have the light, but we all have it in a different form. The form of Iblis's fire is the kind that burns. The kind that is angels is the kind that actually shows the path. The light that we have within us is the one that has both these qualities. And so every single creation is different, is unique, because Ya Badi does not copy. Light in the angel guides and protects. Light in Iblis is arrogant and harmful. Now, when you connect those two things, so angel's light guides and angel's light protects. Light in Iblis is arrogant and harmful, the fiery element. Light in a man has both. We can be guided and we can be misguided, right? We can protect ourselves from evil, but then we can also get attached to evil or even attracted by the evil. We can be grateful, but then also become arrogant for all the blessings we have. I am so rich, I am so pretty, I am this, I am that. So you could be very grateful, but also you could get full of yourself because I am this, right? So you can become very arrogant also. So there's a very thin line. We can be helpful, but then destroy and hurt others also. We can choose, like sometimes somebody comes to you for help, you like go, maybe I don't want to help, or maybe you want to help but only to a certain amount and you don't do the 100% because you're like, oh, they'll get better than me, so I don't think I want to help them, kind of thing. And so Allah is saying that you can be helpful, but then again you have the tendency to destroy and hurt others. So you within you have the angelic light and within you you have the shaitanic light. I'm calling it shaitanic light, but I mean the state of Iblis. And then that can either way be harmful if you don't keep a balance of both these lights within you. Through this name, He's taking us with he's talking to us through this name. Allah is telling us that within us the core light, if we can understand, is unique. Not the person that you are, not the body that you are. Of course your body is different, of course you're unique, the way you look, I mean, the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you hear, the way you speak, do everything is unique to you. But what Allah wants you to understand through this whole journey is, through the name, is when He created you, your light is unique. The light He put inside of you is unique. That's why your purpose in this world is unique. So you can't really be copied by other people, and you can't copy them and they can't copy you, because no matter how much people try, they can only copy the physical element of you, maybe because they might wear the same kind of clothes or dress the same kind of way or speak the same kind of thoughts and whatever else, because maybe you spend time with them and they started talking like you. And so Allah is saying, no matter how in the physical world you might feel like somebody's copying you or not copying you, your core light that He has placed inside of you, that is completely unique and nobody can ever copy that. And that's where you will connect to Allah. And because you will have that security inside of you that, you know what, nobody can be like me, you automatically won't worry about the outside effect. Let people copy me. I mean, they can copy what I wear, they can copy what I do, they can copy my art, they can copy the way I, live my life, but they can't be me, because the light that is inside of me is given to me by my Allah, who is Yabadi, and He will never ever create me from anybody else's light. My light is mine and it is original and unique. And from that understanding, of course, you become humble and you become very flexible, open, forgiving, and accepting of everybody being the way they are, and there's no competition. You start realizing that what you have within you is that what Allah's gifted you, and that is just between you and Him. And so you start protecting your light, which is your ruh, your energy, your heart. You automatically start protecting it, because that's the special bond you have with your Creator. The angels are not like us. The jinns are not like us. We are not like them. But we all have light in us, that which is the light of Allah. You see, Allah calls Himself, He is the creator, He is the light in the heavens and the earth. When we really focus on that statement, we realize that everything in the universe is energy, everything in the universe is light. And light basically has different forms. For example, the jinns are fire, and it burns, and angels is the one that guides the path. Humans have the light, which can be dark, and the light within itself. And so light has different qualities, different temperaments that we need to be aware of, which Allah's creation. So like every creation has light, ruh within it, energy within it, and that energy is completely unique to that creation of Allah. When the light is associated with doing things for Allah and for His pleasure, automatically we are in the angelic light. The moment we start using our light for our personal gains, feeding our egos, etc., we are in the Iblis light, which is the fire kind. So with this name, Allah is taking us back to our core being, to tell us to value what is unique to each one of us. For what we are didn't come from a previous mold. We are original artworks that Allah created and filled us with light and His love. The two things that we really have to grasp in our understanding is we
are love and we are light. We are the love of Allah, and it is His love that He has for us, that He has blessed us with our ruh, with our light. When we don't value this light, that is basically His light and His love that is in us, we get off the path, lose our connection to Allah, we get attached to the worldly things and matters and become distracted from our own purpose. When we don't value this love, when we don't value this light, because this light is actually His light, that love is His love. When you start focusing on the things that are connected to this world, you get attached to them and you get distracted, and you focus on the love that you want in this world from worldly things, worldly desires, you automatically lose your focus on Allah and His love and His light, and so you get off track and you go towards you get misled, and your connection with Allah gets dampened, like that weakens. Our true purpose is basically to worship. In Quran, He very clearly says that jinn and humans I created so that they would worship me. So our true purpose is to worship Allah. When we understand the word worship itself, worship is to remember Allah, not out of force, but for the only reason that it is the pleasure of Allah. You see, when you really know who Allah is, when you know all of His attributes, all of His names, and you connect to Him deeply, and you want to be closer to your Allah, you automatically worship Him without force. Nobody has to say to you, go and pray, or they have to beat you up, or they have to shout at you, why are you not praying, or question you. You automatically want to pray. You want to pray because you recognized who He is and how much He does for you and how much He loves you, that you automatically want to do the things that make Him happy. You want to do everything that you will feel close to Him, and then that is what will be pleasurable to Allah. Not praying because somebody is forcing you to pray, but actually worship is the main core. The reason of our worship needs to be the love of Allah, the pleasure of Allah, the closeness with Allah, not thinking that somebody will say you didn't pray today and all that sort of stuff. So get that out of the way. First thing first, when you worship, the whole purpose of your being is to remember Allah for the pleasure, for the love of Him and Him alone. So we worship. Worship is basically remembering Him in all that we do. Could we remember anybody or anyone that didn't love us? Would we choose to remember anyone who gives us pain? No. So we have to remember Allah not because of anything, but the simple reason that He chose to create us, give us life, made us unique. When we realize how unique we are, we understand how much love He must have for us to not copy paste us, not just create us out of a machine or make us clones of each other. He actually gave each one of us a different story, a different journey, a different soul ascension process, a different life, a different personality, a different body, a different way of looking, thinking and feeling. We realize that Ya Badi is so incredibly creative, and you go into a space of awe, and that's what Allah wants you. Allah wants you to think of Him and go into a space where you go, oh my God, He is incredible. He is Ya Badi. That awe is what He wants you to feel inside of you, so that you can truly recognize how preciously, how much love He has put in you. He's only given us these names so that we can feel closeness to Him through these names. When we know who He is, we realize He's always within us, around us, and never away from us. And so that, of course, keeps us from doing sins and committing wrongdoings. But also, you feel such deep love in yourself that the attachments and the distractions, they just all numb down, because you kind of feel like Ya Badi, the one who creates you and me as unique, puts in so much in us separately, individually. How can it not be anything but out of love? It is when we start seeing ourselves as unique, we truly start connecting to His unique love within us, that we have been given, each one of us, to be blessed and to share that with the world, that calling the rest of the world. So when we think of Ya Badi, we think of Him as something which is matchless, which is unique, which is unequal. Nobody else is like Him, Alhamdulillah. So we as His creation, there is no photocopy in us, like we're all different. And what Allah wants us to know is that when you recognize how unique you are, you will understand that the relationship you have with your Allah is also unique. Not only that He made you unique, He made your relationship with Himself also unique. And you focus on that. You don't say so and so didn't pray, they don't do this, they don't do that. You focus on your relationship with your Allah, because that is your unique relationship with Him, based on whatever He has created within you that is unique, that connects you to Him. So that journey with yourself, understanding your uniqueness, connects you to the Creator's uniqueness. And also, what is unique about you? Not your body, not your physical appearance, not anything to do with what the world sees you as, but your inner core light, which is your ruh, which is your energy, is different. And you came here to share that energy with the world, so that you play the role, the purpose that He has placed inside of you, and you serve Allah. And when you serve Allah, the light, the ruh, dances and expands itself and connects and creates this web of beautiful light that goes around across the globe. And that's what you have to cultivate with deep consciousness, your connection with your Creator. Allah is Ya Badi, creates without a mold, which means there is no duplicate of you or me or anyone, which means we are all here to be light, serve light, understand light, and connect to light. The deeper we connect to light, the deeper we will be out of the shadows. Also, I do have to clarify this. The darker your shadows, the brighter your light. We'll share that in the next podcast, but that just came through, so I wanted to share that with you all. So He's placed that light in us. And what is that light? What is that ruh? A ruh has a purpose. A ruh has the light to show a certain path, right? Because that's your angelic light. You're here to show a certain path to other people. Whatever it is that you are here to do, you are here to share that knowledge, that inner knowing with the rest of the world, so that you are able to remind others of Allah also, along with yourself, of course. Ya Badi created you as you, because He has a purpose for you. He has the pen in His hand as He writes your story. You are His slave that submits to His will and live in submission to His love. Can there be a lover that makes you feel this unique? Not in the way you look, but also in the way you feel and in the way you are in every single moment of your life. Ya Badi is reminding us, no matter where you are in life, whatever the phase you are going through, you are exactly where He chooses for you to be. No matter how worthy or unworthy you see yourself as, He has, He does, and He always will see you. He will always hear you, and He values you, for you matter to Him. He, through this name, is reminding you of the beginning so you can choose and understand who He is and how unique your Creator is. He takes you to the beginning so you can clearly own that unique light that He has placed in you as Ruh, as your heart, as your soul, as your being. Your heart is where His light resides. Your heart is what beats before you breathe. Your heart is what Allah honored with His presence. Your heart is what will be seen by your Allah on the day of judgment. Your heart is where the Lord of the world lives. Your heart is unique, for Allah placed a unique purpose in that heart of yours. Value it. The purpose is your calling, the one thing that you came here to do, that is placed inside your heart, that makes your heart happy, that makes your ruh dance. That is your purpose. Stop suppressing it. Go with that what your heart knows you came here to do. That what you will be doing, which connects to your heart, connects to your light, connects to your ruh, will energize you, will remove the boundaries of time and space and let you go into a space of flow. In flow, you become the flow. When you become the flow, you are connected to the higher power of your Creator, and you live a life of purpose, really, really being close to your Allah, towards His light. So cultivate that connection with your Malik. Allow Him to guide you and hold you and bring you home to yourself, to your heart, to your soul, to your energy, and purify it so that you are ready to walk into Jannat as He guides you towards Sirat al-Mustaqim, and you rise and ascend towards His light, towards His love. For to Him you belong, and to Him, inshallah, you will return. I really hope that this podcast brings you some kind of grounding. If it does, please send me a message, connect with me, leave a comment, and let me know how you feel. Through this narration that I just read for you, I've created an artwork which is shared through my Patreon. You can if you feel guided to, you're most welcome to become a member there and support my efforts. If you enjoy listening to my podcast, and is there something that you want me to speak about or guide you or any kind, if you want to book on one-to-one sessions or join my live Zoom sessions that I run weekly, Mondays, Fridays and Wednesdays, alternate Wednesdays, connecting to the names of Allah, painting the ayats of Quran, and connecting to the creation of Allah. So if that's anything of that resonates with you, you're most welcome to send me a message, and I'd absolutely love to hear from you. I believe art has a way to connect to that light that we have within us, unleash our inner intuitive powers, allow us to break free from those patterns in our subconscious mind that were created when we were young, and allow you to have inner child healing and work with your wounded self. If that's something that you're in the journey of, you can connect with me through all the social media connections that are present down below in this video. I love you all. I'm sending you lots of light and peace, and love everyone. Enjoy yourselves and take good care of yourselves. And remember, Ya Badi creates unique and He never copies. So you are you because He chose for you to be this person that you are in this moment. Value yourself, understand your worth, connect to Allah, and fill your heart with His light so that no one and nothing can ever make you feel worthless. For that is the win for Shaitan, and that is what we have to stand against. And follow the path of light, follow the path of love, and embrace your darkness. Understand that the state of Iblis is within you, but it does not overpower you. It was placed inside of you so that you would recognize it and then know which path to choose. The one that fires away everything, or the one that lights everything, so that the way can be shown. The Sirat al-Mustaqim can be
and can unfold itself through you. Take care, everyone. I love you all. Allah Hafiz for now.